Hey folks, continuing on the series. Looks like we have to find copper. I think I had it selected last time, but I closed the game, so alright. We're gonna look for it. Oh! Red dot. Told you. Just gonna go look for it. Alright, he doesn't look all that interesting, but I told you my goal is to try to scan most, if not all things on a planet, because I want to get those nanites. Those nanites, right? Let me double check. Discoveries, fauna. Yeah, so you get a good grip of nanites. I guess you get more if there's more animals or creatures on the planet. So this one only had 7. I think the other planet had 8, and they were going to give you 2,000 nanites. So that's all right. What did we say the other ones were? None underground. So one is going to be flying during the day, and then the other 2 are on ground. So nothing I can look for now. Alright, so we're gonna find the copper. Ooh, not that far away. Scanning stuff as we go. I'm gonna kill this thing, because this is early on in the game. You can never have too much oxygen. Yep. Oh, red dots. Ooh, we got a whole family going by. Yeah, let's check this out. Now you can kill these creatures if you want, but I don't see the need to do that at this moment. Oh! Is this a different kind? I'm gonna kill you too. I guess I scared the creatures off with my laser. I haven't seen any sentinels yet, but we're gonna get to those later. If you start killing animals and breaking things too much, the sentinels will come and take care of you. Alright. I'm gonna go find that copper deposit. This planet looks so cool at like specific times of day. Like right now, it's very gloomy looking. Wow, there's a lot of these piranha plants here. This is crazy. I don't typically see that many, especially like this close together. That's insane. If the game looks different on the video, it's because I opted to stop doing 4K. It just took... Oh, another creature here. Okay, so I think our last one is going to be that flying one. 4K looks amazing, so I'm playing in 4K, or actually no, I lowered it to 2K for performance, but it's recording it in 1080. Got a milestone. So let me just pause real quick. So each time you do something of significance, like if you see us traveled 8,000 units, I think when you get to like 10,000 or 25, like this, I think there's different celebrations. Yeah, so here are total milestones 1. And that must be, where is it? Where is it? Overall journey. This is one of those newer menus that I didn't spend a lot of time looking through. Next milestone in 4? Oh, no, that's if I get more milestones. Okay. Well, I'll figure out where that one is. Maybe it just didn't load it yet when I hit start. Anyway, mining laser. Oh, terrain manipulator. See, this is one of those changes that I always forget every time I play. I'm used to the laser being the one that you use to mine, but I forgot they switched it to the terrain manipulator. And then, if you remember, so we need to be in mining setting, and if you go LB and RB, you can change how big you're going to mine it. Now, if you do the big one, it's going to mine it real quick, but then you don't get a lot of resources. So if you want to maximize how many resources you get from this mining node, you're going to want to have a small sphere. And I think we're going to hit 60 pretty quickly, but this node has a lot more than 60 in it. I'm just going to make sure I get a little more, because I think we're going to need this copper for a future mission. And I'll show you in just a second. It's not going to take up a lot more space in your inventory, so you might as well get a lot here. So bear with me just a second. I'm not going to probably get this whole thing, but I just want to get a little more. Yeah, okay, so let's see how much we got. Okay, so I got 158, so totally cool. Alright, process copper to create chromatic metal. So we're gonna have to pull out that refiner again. Sorry, I thought I could scan that plant. Some of these Oh, I can scan this. Some of these giant trees, like this one here, they're just built into the planet itself. Not a scannable item, which sucks, but that's all right. Go ahead and scan that. Checking those birds. I think the last one we need is a bird. All right, what was I doing? So pull out the refiner. There's the base computer. See how we need the chromatic metal? I think that's what we're about to make with the portable refiner. So we're gonna put that down. And I believe we have enough fuel, which is carbon. You know what? I'll put the condensed carbon in. I don't think it's going to use that much, so it's not a big deal. And let's see, we're going to select our new copper here. And it's a 2-to-1 ratio, so it's going to take 2 copper to output 1 chromatic metal. And I think that's why it told us to get 60 of the copper. And we're only going to get 30, or need 30 for this part of the mission, so... How long is it going to take to get all of them? You can technically step away from your refiner and go do something else. So I might do some scanning while I'm doing that. Or did I scan everything already? I guess I scanned most of everything. Alright, well, let's go back to the refiner then. Should be done soon. Couple more seconds. So we've got way more than what they asked for. We've got 79, but that's alright. Remember to pick up your refiner. Base computer claims a site for construction. So we're about to claim a base. And where do I want to put a base? Now, if this is something you're not, you don't care too much about, then you can just put it anywhere to progress the mission, as long as you're not putting it next to somebody else. I like to go up on the hilltops and get a really good view and make a base up there. But first, we stumbled upon something amazing, which is a sodium-rich plant like cluster. And you can bet that I'm gonna get all of these because you saw that first planet, the fiery planet. Your shield can go down pretty quick. Actually, if you notice, there's no bar on this planet, and it's because we're not using our shield. We don't need it. This is a pretty comfortable planet. But if we find like a toxic planet, some with storms, you're gonna need that to replenish. Okay, so we're about to stumble on something even cooler, which is a knowledge stone. We haven't met any alien creature civilizations yet. Oh! Oh, there's the birds. Hold that thought. Where are they? Got them. God, they look just like the other ones. Slight variances, and it's definitely considered a unique finding, but that's okay. All right, knowledge stone. So there's 4 different factions. I think there's 5 now, actually. Gosh, there's 5. Okay, there was 4 different factions of alien species, and depending on what system you're in, you're gonna learn 1 word of their language each time you go to one of these knowledge stones. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns towards me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. Accept knowledge. The name Korvax floats in my vision. Korvax is one of the 4 alien races. I think they added a 5th one, which I haven't played, admittedly, since then. But it was a big update. I think it's like a robotic faction. So I wonder if they have their own language too. So pretty cool. So anytime you see these knowledge stones, you're gonna want to go over to them and learn the word. I think each language has like 250 words or so that you want to learn. So it's just gonna take a while. See, I just learned the word for traveler, and that's what everyone is gonna call me. They don't give me a name. I'm Traveler. Just gonna see what's in these boxes. And right after that, we can actually turn in the discoveries since I think we found all the animals for the creatures. So go to discoveries and go to fauna. See, we got 7 out of 7. I'm gonna hold to register, and I think this will actually register their default name which is fine. I'm not going to go in and rename all these, but if you wanted to rename it, you might want to do that now. There we go. Oh, I guess it does let me rename it. And that's interesting. I got a achievement just now. Attain naturalist. I think that's from completely finding all of the fauna on one planet. And I'm using 2 monitors and it put the achievement on the other monitor. Ooh. Another milestone. Got a beautiful rainbow here. And let's go ahead and skip so we can look at it. I think you can go into photo mode. And I have to remember which button you press, but you can take a picture. I'll just take snapshot. Okay, I want to do that. Did I take the picture? I think it did. Let me see if I can zoom out. Yeah, disconnect from the player. Here we go. This might make for a good thumbnail. Maybe I should start doing this then. And if you look at the bottom left, that is the glyphs, which will take you to this specific, I don't remember if it's planet or system. I think it's system. It'll take you to this specific planet or system in case you wanted to visit here. Now, we haven't gone to any of the portals yet. That's something you're going to see later. And hopefully I'm not spoiling everything for you guys, but just trying to remember things I remember and discover new things as I go. I'm going to take another shot. Hopefully it saved those. If not, I'll... Yeah, it looks like it did. Put it in one of my folders. Alright. So, we want to put a base somewhere. I choose to put it on top of a hill so I can get a beautiful view. Especially one next to a rainbow would be cool. But those ugly trees are in the way. How about here? This seems like a good spot. Okay, we're not that far from the ship, actually. It's right down there. So let's go ahead and get our base computer, and we're going to put it right here, and that's going to make this space our own. Once I use it. There we go. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archives search reveals no prior claims on the site. So if you're too close to someone else's base, it's not going to let you do it. I'm going to go ahead and claim it. Just got another achievement. Claim a base or buy a freighter. Huh. You know, it's the same achievement for both of those things. I guess it's because when you get your freighter later, you can use it as like a home hub, so you don't have to have a home base, but it's part of the story, so they sort of force it on you. And told you I'm gonna scan some boring stuff, so just get used to it. Different kinds of rocks, different plants. I think these plants we went over last time, but you can scan them on every planet and you still get credit for it. Like, I just got 500 units for that, and I didn't do anything. Alright, that about does it. What does it want me to do? Base computer online, search base computer archives, use the terminal. Okay. Accessing log from previous user. Okay. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Okay. So we got some plans. Flora containment 3. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't remember them giving you that before. I remember having to buy that or unlocking it in one of the space stations, I think. Okay, so I'm going to be able to construct a base. Now, if I recall, you need a lot of carbon to do this. So each piece is between 10 to 25, and you want to have a floor and roof. So before I start doing that, I'm going to go and break down some trees. As far as I know, these trees will come back because they're put in procedurally. And I don't think the game keeps track of all the trees that you break down. I think once I leave the planet and come back, these trees might come back too. Why don't we test that out? So I'm gonna break down all these trees, get some carbon, and then we're gonna build a small little base. Just a couple more should do it. Oh, my weapon's overheating. Gotta let go for a second. All right, I think I have enough to put basic groundwork down. All right, a lot of cool animals walking around. It's neat. All right. So, what do we want? A floor panel. And I think you can do cool stuff like change the color. Do I want to change the color? I don't know. Mahogany looks pretty good. Or teal and oak. I'm not really seeing it in the floor piece. Let's just keep it on teal and oak. All right. And if you notice, the pieces are trying to connect together. What hurt me? I don't know what hurt me just now. And it tries to keep it level. Then if you notice, you're on a hill here. And there's nothing underneath, so keep that in mind. These pieces are free floating. In fact, I could remove these other wood floor pieces and this one would just still be floating here. All right, anyway. We're going to put up a... What do I want to do? A wall with a window or a door? Let's at least put a door here next to our base computer. Yeah, perfect. And I don't like that there's a hill right here next to my door. If I go into my terrain manipulator. Oh, wow. Okay, they warned me a storm was coming and you can see my shield is going down, so I'm going to have to be quick. But where am I? Switch to flatten. And give me some space in front of my front door. Cool. Alright, we're going to have to put a roof on this thing quick. So I'm just going to quickly set up some walls. You can take your time later if you want. And switch to whatever roof you want. I don't know, flat roof sounds good. And hopefully I can get it to... Oh my goodness, you need ferrite dust for a roof. Okay. Switching back to laser. I'm glad we found all that. Oh, wrong weapon. How did he hurt me from back here? Well, okay, I was gonna say I'm glad that we found that sodium deposit, but we need to find some ferrite dust. I don't have enough. This could be a problem. Here's another poisonous plant here, which you'll find on every planet. Same thing, you don't want to get too close to it. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's fix our shields, and then I'm going to look for some sort of ferrite dust. Yeah, here we go. And if you saw, it said question mark analysis. It's because I mentioned before you can get sometimes 2 elements from the same item. So I knew that I was going to get ferrite dust, but it wasn't sure what other one I was going to get until I scanned it. Looks like I'm getting sodium from it, which is perfect for me. Alright, I think I have enough ferrite dust to make a roof. Let's double check, or at least like a simple roof. Alright. And sometimes it takes a second to get it to line up. Okay, there we go. See, I was trying to put it outside. Sometimes I like to stand on the roof when I'm making it. Makes it a little easier to see where I'm putting it. Okay. Alright, so we put up a bunch of walls, a floor. And now the storm's not hurting me, which is great. Might as well top off the oxygen, though. Oh, and my weapon. Look, it's at 4%. Okay, just topping off, and then we're going to see what to do next. Okay, base computer log updated. Return to the base computer. Alright. This is not the prettiest base. I'm just trying to lay one down for now. Probably later in the series. I might spend an episode or two, I don't know, way down the line, just spending time making something real cool. One of my first playthroughs, I made Wayne Manor on this snowy planet. It was amazing. I had a gigantic mansion, and I carved out a bat cave underneath, and it was really cool. Problem is, when you're carving rock in this game, it somehow grows back. So I'm using the terrain manipulator to clear out some ground, just Just expect for it to grow back slowly, and it may not look as perfect as you anticipated. Okay, so I'm extracting some more plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Okay, so we've got a new terminal, and this one is going to give us base building parts. And we need magnetized ferrite. I don't think we've made that yet. And carbon nanotubes, that's no problem. All right. I like when the storm's gone. It's pretty clear during the day. What a purple planet. It's crazy. Oh, you can see that red one in the distance. Is that the one we started on? I don't know. Once we get into space, maybe we can check it out. All right, construct research unit requires magnetized ferrite. So we need more ferrite dust. It's telling us we need 40, so perfect. I just like to scan stuff as I go. Like we talked about before, materials that I know I'm just going to need later, so might as well pick them up. I'm not seeing a lot of rocks. Wait, can I think that's part of the ground. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's decoration or not. So that's carbon and oxygen. And we need ferrite dust. Wow. Oh, does that count? Found a little bit down there. These little rocks. Oh! Oh, it's one of those. This was a different kind of rock. That's pretty cool. As you can see, we traveled, what did it say, 10 KS? Alright, we need some more rocks. See, we're not getting a lot of ferrite dust from these small ones. Okay, we got 40 now. Let's go back. Don't get a lot of jetpack from the initial one they give you. Okay, so get out the refiner again. If you're in the wrong tab, I think it's in this one. Deployable technology tab. And we want refiner. I wish it could remember the fuel that I was giving it. And I'll just use condensed carbon again, no big deal. What's it telling us to put in there? Create magnetized ferrite in the refiner. Place ferrite dust in the portable refiner. I thought we made pure ferrite before. Maybe it wants us to make pure ferrite. Yeah, okay, so we're making pure ferrite, and then we're going to use pure ferrite to make magnetized, I think. I guess it's just walking us through the steps from scratch. So I'm just going to grab that and put that right back in there. There we go, magnetized ferrite. And luckily this doesn't take too long to do. Okay, so we've got... How many do we need? We need 40? Wait a minute. Okay, I think we needed less. It just... I don't know, I got confused. Alright. That's fine. Nanotube. Cool, cool. I think we're good to go. Yep, we got everything we needed. And I don't know. I can put this wherever you want. I just like to put it right next to it. Use jetpack to climb. Oh, okay. Sometimes it thinks I'm doing something else and it has to update. Okay, test the construction research unit. Perfect. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology. Okay, so that's what we talked about, I think, before. You can find those using your visor. And grab those salvage datas. And I think you use those to get recipes, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to double check right now. Yeah, okay, so we need 2 salvage datas to make the base teleporter. And we have none, so let's do what it says and look for them. Saw them the other day, or was that the other planet? Now we've got to have some here. Okay, here we go. Buried technology. You want to make sure you mark it because it's going to be underground. You don't want to walk right past it. And switch to terrain manipulator on mining. And this time, since we're not mining for materials, we can just use the big sphere. Alright, when you get pretty close, mine the ground. And there it is. This one's being held in by something. That's pretty cool. Oh, look, it looks like you can break it. Maybe sometimes you have to break it to get to the tech? Not sure. Not another weather warning. Alright, one more buried tech, and then we have enough to buy the teleporter. Save a lot of time with that rocket jump. And I always forget to do the area scan, but it's a good idea if you want to collect like sodium on the way to wherever you're going. Okay, switch back to the terrain. I think we're almost there. Oh. I told you I was going to get distracted in this game. Here we go. Damaged machinery. Give me something good. What am I going to get? Aw, more nanites. It's okay. Alright. Was that a cave down there? Oh, cool. We inadvertently dug and found a cave. I want to explore that cave. Nah, I think we already looked at a cave in this planet. So, all right, I'm gonna head back to the base because it looks like the storm's coming in, and we're about to get hurt. If you look next to the bar there where it shows the 3 arrows, I think that means it's a very extreme storm. Even my oxygen level's going down too. But as soon as we get into our new little house, we should be safe. Unless you take fall damage like I just did. There we go. Something to be aware. I made a really elaborate mansion one time, and it didn't think I was under a roof, even though I clearly was. So sometimes the game's a little buggy. So just keep that in mind when you're building a structure. Especially if you're building one on a stormy planet. And I think with that, I will call it for this episode. And next time we'll continue on. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.